Thanks to my father, who flew down here for the first time in 4 years, but it's a Men for others. I read those 3 words on my acceptance letter from Bellarmine College Preparatory, a Jesuit all-male high school located in San Jose, California, more than 8 years ago as a graduating 8th grade student. I would hear those 3 words thousands more times over my 2-year stay at Bellarmine, and even when I transferred to St. Francis High School in Mountain View, California, to finish my high school career. I often wonder, what does it mean to be a man for others? How can I become a man for others? It was not until I began my freshman year here at Loyola Marymount University, and I was introduced to the idea of men and women for and with others, that I began to find answers to the questions that I so often had wondered. The learning community, also known as TLC, was my first exposure to leadership and service as a young adult trying to find his place in the world. The director, when I came through TLC 4 years ago, Robbie Lee, challenged me to go beyond myself and make a difference in the lives of others. Little did I know how much the potential he saw in me would manifest itself during my 3 years here at LMU, my 4 years ago. In my time here at LMU, I have had the honor to serve as the president of Brothers of Consciousness, be elected the program coordinator, treasurer, and vice president of the Black Student Union, be selected as the vice president of my residence hall in RHA, serve in ASLMU as an associate justice, and on the elections committee, as well as being an orientation leader for freshman orientation. Additionally, I have had the opportunity to serve as the president of my chapter of my fraternity for 2 years, Omega Psi Phi, as well as undergraduate leader of my fraternity from my fraternity district, which encompasses 10 states. I have been honored and privileged enough to serve as the leader of various clubs and organizations on or off campus in my 4 years. But there is a specific notion of leadership that I want to focus on that creates men and women for and with others. Gandhi once said, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service for others. In my 4 years at LMU, I have learned a lot about myself and my passions, but I did not do this alone. I was afforded this great opportunity through the blood, sweat, tears, and sometimes death of those who came before me that fought for me to have an opportunity to attend a great university like LMU. I have learned from my peers, whether it is the passion with which Modest executes Homelessness Awareness Week, or the humility of the students who cared enough about the Sodexo workers to start tutoring tomorrow today, or the love BSU members had for children in our community to start Hunt for Hope. All around us, here on the bluff, we can see examples of students who are losing themselves in the service of others. We must keep this fire that we have in our hearts to be the change we wish to see in our world, to be a light that shines in the darkness. As a part of my education here at LMU, I was lucky enough to study in 2 different countries, Ghana and Nicaragua. Both trips allowed for me to see the humanity that is in the world. On both trips, I had the honor to room with a young student who would become my brother, Brandon Farmer. Brandon and I would stay up late at night on these trips talking about the problems of the world that we saw in these countries. The lack of a quality education for all, the fact that clean water was hard to come by in both countries. Brandon graduated last May with a degree in psychology, and he was on his way to Loyola Law School before his life was cut short last June. to me, is defined as the humbling of oneself in order to accomplish a necessary task for the benefit of others. We may discourage living in a world where things happen like the killing of Trayvon Martin or Coney 2012. But we must always remember that hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. 4 years ago, I remember learning an African proverb saying, Umuntu and Gamuntu and Gabantu, which translates to, a person is a person because there are people. Let us remember that the best way to find ourselves is through serving others by being men and women for and with others.